Hey guys, and welcome to Janet being Janet. Okay, so we're gonna be doing Miss Amberlynn again today, and trigger warning for y'all that can't handle it. She's gonna be eaten. So y'all go ahead, y'all click off. I don't know for a fact she's gonna be eaten, but the thumbnail shows that she's gonna be eaten, so I figure she's going to be eaten. Plus, this is counting calories while ordering out. That's a huge giveaway. It kind of is. So I'll see you in my next video, okay? It's hopefully gonna be over Amberlynn not eating, but we'll just see how it goes. All right, guys, let's press play.
Hello, welcome to another What I Ate Today video. This is episode 2. So if you guys don't know, based on my new weigh-in, I was doing the no diet.
Yeah, and you completely failed at that one, didn't you? No diets do not work, Amberlynn. You've already tried that one.
It didn't work for me, okay? That's an obvious. I feel like there is a version of Amberlynn where it could work.
No, there's not. No, there's not. You don't have any self-control. There is not, Amberlynn. Sorry to inform you.
But it's not her right now. Like, no. If you hear my dog eating in the back, sorry about that. But sometimes I go to edit and I'm like, you hear Twinkie either like eating in the back or doing something, and I'm like, what is that noise?
Or we'll hear your laundry going and you'll forget that your dryer's about to go off, and you'll let us know later, and you don't edit it out or anything, or you don't stop and continue forward. You don't do none of that. You're like, oh, hey.
And then I'm like, oh, that's Twinkie. But like to just some random person, they're probably like, what is that? Anyways, so instead of doing the no diet, I am counting calories on Noom. I really like Noom because I'm learning a lot of different things, like about the psychology of losing weight and foods and this and that and like nutrition.
I thought you already knew everything about nutrition. You knew more than Destiny ever could have known, right? And we've already tried Noom before, and Noom taught you a lot, but you knew a whole lot more. So I guess they've updated their classes. All right, let's see how well it pays off for us.
Because they have so many mini lessons. I mean, it's stuff that I already know for the most part.
Yep, that's what I was wondering about, Miss Amber. Yeah, you already said you knew more than the app knew. Just like MyFitnessPal, just like Weight Watchers and Jenny Craig, and yeah, you kind of knew more than they ever could know, right?
But there are things that I am learning, and I like having that support. So in this What I Ate Today video, I will be showing you guys every single calorie that goes into my mouth. So if I have a meal in front of me, it means that I have already logged it into Noom. I log my calories into Noom even before I eat. So I actually have today planned. I planned all of my meals last night.
Okay, and we're supposed to go by that. You can plan your meals beforehand, Amberlynn. But we all know when you get a craving, what happens? You eat it. When you get a craving, that's what you want to eat. So did you allow any kind of curve in there whatsoever at all? Because if you didn't, you overeat. It happens every single time. At the end of the week, you're like, oh, well, I was under my calories by this much, so I can eat this much. Always remember, Amberlynn.
Already logged my calories to know exactly what I was eating. Sometimes I do this because it helps me. There are times where I can be more structured and actually follow that. And then there are other times where I need to be a little more lenient with myself.
All I can do is take a deep breath and watch you do this. It's a roller coaster, and we're along for the ride.
So I do have 2 goals that I follow weekly. 2 water bottles a day, coming from someone who never drinks water. And I'm also allowing myself to order takeout 3 times a week. So I have not done it yet. My reset starts every Tuesday because those are my weigh-in days. And today is Thursday. Didn't order takeout Tuesday, didn't order takeout Wednesday. Am I gonna order it today? I already know the answer to that because I planned my meals last night, but you guys will see it in a little bit.
Wait a second. I have a question for you, Amberlynn. I don't know if you're like most people, but as a female, we kind of, and males do this too. So everybody, let me go ahead and clarify myself. Everybody does this thing to where they don't always know what they want the day ahead. So you may get a hankering for all of a sudden you want pizza. You go and get pizza, right? Or you decide you want a hamburger. Okay, you can go get a hamburger, or you can get something like that, or you can, you can somewhat satisfy yourself. And Amberlynn, you do that. So how do you know the night before what you want? Because even when you were on Jenny, you would say, oh, well, I'm going to eat this next, but I really want this. which one would win? Was it Jenny or was it the thing you really wanted? That's where you're going to fail.
So I like to edit as I go, and I realize as I'm editing this clip, I forgot to say how many calories that I am allotted for the day. Noom wants me to eat anywhere between 2,600 to 3,400, which is kind of hecticana, to be honest, because my body is different. Like,
You've already said you're not going to follow what they want you to follow because you know better.
there is multiple reasons for this. I have talked about it ad nauseum. Long story short, your girl like went through menopause. Menopause changes your metabolism so much. It's insane. I also have lipedema, lymphedema, whatever. We don't have to get into it. Anyways, so I try very hard to stay near the 26, not the 3,400. That freaks me out a little bit. So
Even when you're way under calories, it flips you out as well because you're like, I'm not getting enough calories in my body. So you have a guideline in between two that you like to go for. But like I said, the problem is if you get closer to this low, you're like, oh, I need to get by this by the end of the week. And you just eat total of this by the end of the week average. Thin line.
I just wanted to say like what I'm allotted so we know at the end of the day if I've reached that goal, if I've gone over, etc., etc. All right, let's get into my first meal. All right, you guys, it is time for my first meal. I planned my whole day around this. So it was last week sometime. I was craving sushi, and so I ordered it from some random place.
I cannot help it. Every single time she orders sushi, I think of salmon. And I think Michael B. Petty, she put Pam on the food. Iconic, always and forever.
I made sure to get somewhere that like had a really high rating because I am really picky when it comes to my sushi. So,
okay, yes, I paused that really fast. Y'all go down in the comments and gripe me out. I don't care at this point. She frustrates me sometimes. So when she goes to a little mom and pop, no offense to anybody, when you go to a little mom and pop store, which is great, restaurant or everything, sometimes they have the best food ever, and you don't go to a chain restaurant, they don't list the calories on the menu for you. So you have to do a guesstimate on what calories you're going to get. And so do I believe Amberlynn when she puts a calorie count into her system? Oh, no, ma'am. No, sir, I do not.
here's just like some soy sauce, chopsticks, but I use my fingers, not gonna lie. Yeah, so I'm picky when it comes to my sushi. So I got this place, I was really nervous. And you guys, it is the best sushi I've ever had. So this is a crunchy cali roll. This is 922 calories.
And has she checked that by the place she ordered? Has she checked that all the way down the line to the oil they used, if they used any oil? Whatever they might have used, any kind, tracked it all the way down the line. That's why they say try not to eat out if you're on a specific diet and you're counting every single calorie. There's a reason I don't count calories anymore. I got tired of counting them.
I planned my whole day around it. So it is very high calorie. I'm able to eat in moderation and still fit everything into my goal for the day. So excited. Like, look how delicious. Just so you guys can see it a little better. Here, I'm gonna show you guys the inside. It's a little bit of avocado.
Yep, don't look delicious to me. You know what I see is my hips expanding. That's what I see.
And like this crab salad mixture. It's so good. That is so delicious. Who else loves ginger? I'm obsessed. So with this, I don't use soy sauce or anything. Like, it's literally that good. So as you can see, it is crispy around the edges because it's lightly fried, like lightly.
Amberlynn, do you have to do this breakdown like this? It's a mini mukbang. Mukbang. That's what it is. It's just a mini one. Hate to inform you, because you're eating it right in front of us. Let's see how far you go eating this.
I've had like actual tempura and like overly fried sushi. Not really a fan of that, but this is just like perfect. It's just a very light fry. It's so good. And I forgot to say, because some people haven't had sushi before. Surprising, I know. All of that stuff right there that you see is rice and also a little bit of seaweed. So,
and ma'am, we don't need a breakdown of it. And honestly, I don't need to see it all. You could just count your calories and go on about your day. Show it, glance it, let's go. to the next. That's all you really got to do, because you don't spend this time on a bag of chips, do you? You're like 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're on to the next.
I'm gonna go eat this, and I'm gonna be watching on Hulu The Good American. I am obsessed with it. It is so good. There's a new episode that I'm halfway through. It's freaking amazing, just like the sushi. And I forgot to say, I'm having a water with my sushi. So a good way for me to get my water in, I tell myself this is the only thing you can drink.
All right, guys, now y'all picture her sitting in front of the TV, because you know when she's in front of the TV, that's when she, you know, eats, is in front of the TV. So now imagine her picking up that little piece of sushi, because she uses her hand, and opening her mouth really wide and sticking that piece right into her mouth. Because we've seen her insert a whole piece of or a potato this big into here, this big. Where's the white on blanket? Into her mouth. Remember, she did that. So she's just going ahead and giving you visuals before she tells you, "Hey, I'm going to drink this water."
Before you have anything else, because I am a diet soda girly, so I have to reach my goal before I drink anything else. So here's my first water bottle. All right, guys. So I just took some trash to the dumpster. Now I'm going to be drinking my second water. All right, you guys, it is time for my next meal. And I'm going to be having actually leftovers that I made last night. So last night I made cheesy rice, which I have to actually just make right now. But
Amberlynn, are you going to spend just the same amount of time explaining this meal to us as you did your sushi? We'll just have to wait and see, now won't we? What do y'all think?
I don't eat rice as leftover. I'm going to set my phone down so I can actually open this. So I'm going to make cheesy rice, and then I have leftover broccoli, and then this is just lean ground beef. All right, you guys, my meal is finished. I had this last night, and it's super satiating. It's a lot of food, and I'm obviously someone that eats. I'm literally using my dress because this bowl is hot.
So, is she going to tell us what kind of spices are in that hamburger meat? Are we supposed to believe that she put nothing on that? Are we supposed to believe that? Do you believe that? Just a question for the back of the class. Just a question.
I'm obviously someone who eats a lot of food. So I'm trying to make my meals bigger, but still fit in my calories. So having things like broccoli and lean, because not lean, this would be way more calories. But in total, this is 770. I'm gonna switch hands here because I am left-handed. I wanna take a couple bites here. I did put some Tapatio on the broccoli.
She's always eating that. Always. It goes on almost anything and everything. So that's nothing new. Y'all get used to seeing that or hearing that.
And there is a little bit of onion in the beef, and I seasoned it with pepper, minced garlic, and garlic salt.
And that's all you put on there. Okay. So it's a bunch of garlic. It's garlic meat. Imagine the smell. No, thank you.
The rice with the beef, amazing. And then since I'm done with my waters, I'm drinking a Diet Coke, caffeine free. All right, you guys, this is just strictly for continuity reasons. It is literally the same day.
Do you even know what that word means? I love when you say big words. I love when you say big words because your face just goes. It's kind of like you're questioning yourself on camera. Watch her when she says big words. It's kind of like my kids.
I'm just about to shower, took my hair out of the braid, brushed it. I always brush my hair before I shower. So I just want...
Hey, Amberlynn, yes, I paused it soon. Y'all just go ahead and gripe at me in the comments. It's okay. Quit telling people when you're going to take a shower, because every time you tell somebody you're going to take a shower, think the opposite of what she's telling you, because she can fake that. She faked that she washed her hair for what, a year or a couple of months, or that she was out of the bed for a year, something along those lines for all of that, you know, suggestions there.
People to know it is literally the same day. But I don't want people to see me in a different outfit and they're like, girl, you're lying. I hate that I even have to do that, but
you are the same one that answered 100 questions in one day, but you changed your shirt 4 different times so you could do 25 questions a day. That was you, Missy, ma'am.
Anyways, I am getting a little hungry, so after my shower, we are gonna have my next meal. So I'll see you guys then. All right, you guys, so I'm out of the shower. We're kind of going backwards today. We're about to have breakfast for dinner. Let's get into it.
Why are you telling us you're in the shower and out of the shower? After you're in a shower, what happens? How do you get food? Do you stay in the shower? Is that what you do? You stay in the shower? Is that you get your food delivered to you in the shower? Is that how that works? That don't work for me. Tell me how that works for you, Miss Amberlynn. You don't have to tell us you're out of the shower.
Super simple, but some of you like watching me cook, so let's go. All right, so first things first, we're gonna have chorizo. It's like a chorizo sausage. So I'm just gonna be cutting it in slices like this.
Missy, ma'am, we already said you have no business with a knife. Get your fingers out of that. Get your fingers out of the way. Move them. Move them. Move your fingers. They don't need to be right there. I don't care if you got to get a fork and start doing that. I don't care. Get your fingers out of the way.
All right, so we have a pan, obviously. Gonna spray some Pam. I swear, every time I spray Pam, I'm like, oh no, are they gonna come for me?
She sprayed Pam on the food. See, she's not ever going to forget that. She will never, and never will we.
I literally just watched a vlog today where someone sprayed it on their food. And I don't normally read comments, but I went and read comments. Nobody said anything about it. But when I did it, it was like a whole taboo thing. It was just so weird. All right, so I'm just gonna add these.
Miss Amberlynn, not you trying to show us how to cook those. You put meat into a pan and you're giving us instructions and showing us to cook those. Pretty sure they're already cooked, but people want to see you cook. This, ma'am, you need to learn to do more home cooking. Okay, Janet, shut up.
Smells amazing. So this is obviously fully cooked already, like when you get it in the package, but I like to make sure it's cooked. All right, I'm gonna turn the heat down a little bit because we're about to cook some fried eggs. So with the chorizo.
Hey, come make a suggestion. You're never gonna see this, you're never gonna hear this. Let me make a suggestion. Turn your pan down before you talk, because it's hard to hear you talk when your pan's going We can't really hear you over the pan because the pan takes the audio. Suggestion.
I'm gonna make 2 fried eggs. I'm gonna be adding pepper, tiniest bit of garlic salt.
We definitely know Miss Amberlynn can't be a vampire because all this garlic she eats, right? No, don't come at me for that. It was a joke. Don't come at me for that.
They're stuck together. They're in love.
See, she's just as cheesy as I am, so I don't want to hear it.
Ooh, that is perfect. You guys know me. I like my eggs to be brown. All right, these are perfect.
Those are dry. And I told you she likes her stuff dry. And I don't know why she can, or how she can eat it that way. Don't get it? It's like rubber. She eats it that way, though. No, ma'am.
Sometimes I like the yolk runny. Sometimes I don't.
No, you don't. You like to smack.
All right, so here it is. My 2 fried eggs, my chorizo. We have a radish and some carrots. So this is 393 calories in total. I've been loving a raw carrot lately. Look at Twinkie. I'm telling you, radishes are so good.
There's part of me that wants to calorie check her, but I've already done that once, and I don't want to do it again.
I should have put mustard on the plate. Chorizo.
You're just plain up trolling. That's what you're doing. What she's referring to y'all new people, she was following another content creator that was putting mustard on their plate and dipping everything they had in mustard because mustard disguised the taste of everything. So dipping everything in mustard, you got mustard. And so Amberlynn's just being a troll.
All right, this bite is for you guys. Wish you could try how amazing this is. You can actually. Just go to the store. Chef's kiss, 10 out of 10. And I'm going to be having a Sprite Zero with this meal.
She's such a dainty girl, ain't she? She's just so dainty.
All right, you guys, so it is snack time. I'm going to be having 2 of these salami mozzarella thingies. 3 is the serving, but I think 2 is the perfect amount for me. I'm also going to have some baby carrots. And I just recently discovered these. They're so good. Like, if you like vanilla and like a hint of coconut, like an ice cream type deal, get this. So it's a frozen cream pop, but it's literally...
We remember the last ice cream you suggested to us. I remember that one. If you don't, yeah, I can't remember how much it was for 3 servings, but goodness gracious, and that was a lot. And we went to this.
Just like ice cream. And this is what it looks like. It is heavenly.
Did you just say it was like ice cream? Is that what you just said? Okay, Amberlynn.
So for this snack, it is 297 calories. And that is all I'm eating for the rest of the night. I'm going to be having one of these Glacier Freeze Zero Gatorades, ending the night at 2,382 calories. Really, just because my tripod's in here, this is where we're gonna do food for thought for this episode.
Do you really believe that she only ate 2,300 calories? You think she's gonna continue this? 2,300 calories. Hold out hope, guys, because I ain't.
So food for thought is just a way for me to reflect on the choices that I made today. So let's get into it. The last episode, I chose 5 random questions that I did come up with myself. And I realized after doing that video, I have dwindled it down to 3. If you had to improve one thing about today's food intake, what would it be? Honestly, I feel like I did such a good job today. I am happy with every choice I made.
Even your sodium intake? Oh, my bad. Don't police her, Janet.
But for reflecting purposes, I guess the one thing I would change, I would have gotten just like 1 sushi roll instead of 2.
Hey, Amberlynn, you know it's possible to get 2, but you only eat 1, right? It is possible. You can come back for the other one, but you're also the one that doesn't eat leftovers, which is kind of weird.
Was there a moment today that you were about to fall off track, but you stopped yourself? Honestly, no, because I'm eating foods that are genuinely filling me up, leaving me satisfied. So I'm not feeling like, oh my God, I'm gonna overeat or I'm gonna fall off track. So I didn't feel that way at all today.
Let's see how long it lasts, Amberlynn. Depriving yourself of calories never works out good for you.
Do you consider today a successful day for you? No one else, just you. Why or why not? Absolutely. I stayed under my allotted calories. I allowed myself to have my little takeout meal while also cooking my other meals. I had freaking leftovers. You guys know I'm very weird about leftovers. I drank my water. I just feel like I did a...
What leftovers do you have? You said you ate your 2 sushi rolls because you just said you would have had 1 instead of 2. So you had your 2 sushi rolls. You already had your leftovers from the night before. Okay? And then you made 1 chorizo sausage and 2 eggs and you ate that. What leftovers did you have, Amberlynn? Y'all correct me down there in the comments, but I don't think she had any leftovers. Is she lying? Is she lying about something? When I edit this video, I'm going to see. But I'm pretty sure I'm correct. So that makes her lying about something. That's weird.
Really good job, in my opinion. Obviously, as time goes on, I will slowly, get better. But for what it's worth, I am proud of myself. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Bye, Miss Amberlynn. All right, guys. Well, like I said, I only had 1 question throughout that entire thing. But Overall, am I proud of her? I learned not to be over the years. To be quite honest with you, I learned. But I hope that y'all are still having a good day. I really do. It's storming here in Texas off and on, and it woke me up all night, so I'm a little drowsy. But you know what? I'm just fine, because I'm still going to smile today. But I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, holiday, yeah, whenever you might be watching this, and hope you remember to, like I said, smile today, or make somebody else smile, because it really can make a difference. What do y'all think about Amberlynn? That's kind of fishy there at the end. Are y'all on the same wavelength as I meant? Called words are supposed to come out, but they get tied sometimes. It just happens to me, okay? Sometimes I call it Texas Twister, because it just, But, that was kind of weird. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's just me, you know. I was made wound tight. That's why I got curls on my head. All right, guys. I hope y'all have a good one.